Hello everyone, this is the YouTube channel of Chameli Devi Institute of Pharmacy, and today we will discuss about evaluation of disinfectant. So for the evaluation of disinfectant, various techniques are and methods used to evaluation of disinfectant. The method is first is dilution or tube dilution and agar plate method. Second one is cup plate method or cylindrical plate method. Third one is ditch plate method. Fourth, gradient plate method. Fifth, phenol coefficient method or Riedel-Walker coefficient method. This is very important. Every lab has done this type Riedel-Walker test. First is tube dilution and agar plate method. In this method, the chemical agent is incorporated into nutrient broth or agar medium and inoculated with test microorganism. These test tubes are incubated at 30 degrees centigrade to 35 degrees centigrade for 2 to 3 days, and then the result in the form of turbidity or colonies are observed. The results are recorded and the activity of the given disinfectant is compared. So this is the picture of this tube dilution method. So first you have to see there is 4 test tube. One is clear, second one is slightly turbid, then moderate turbid and more turbid. Means initially after the inoculation we have kept for the incubation. There is no growth. After some time there is slight turbid, matlab slight growth. Moderate turbid matlab means little bit more growth, and finally more turbid means maximum growth are seen in this tube dilution method. Same with the agar plate method. First is no colonies. After some time there is approx 100 colonies. After some time there is 500 colonies, and after 2 to 3 there is a 1000 colonies. So these are the method, or we can say tube dilution method and agar plate method. So next method is cup plate or cylindrical plate method. In this, the nutrient agar is melted, then cooled suitably and poured into the petri dish. Spread 0.2 ml of known concentration of inoculum on the surface of the solidified agar. Cups or cavities are made by using a sterile borer. Now 0.2 ml of drug is poured into the cups of agar plate and then incubated at 37 degrees centigrade for 24 hours. If the drug has any antibacterial effect, it will show the zone of inhibition. So this is the image of cup plate method. There is, if you can see, this brown is plate of agar, and there is we done that some pores, and we also put that antibiotics. If you will see, there is some zone of inhibition. If you will see, initially parallelly there is a one plate, means big cleanliness in this agar plate means maximum zone of inhibition. Okay, so maximum zone of inhibition means the antibiotic has more activity against the microorganism. Now third one is ditch plate method. In this method, the nutrient agar is melted, cooled suitably and poured into petri dish. After that, the solidified media is cut with a sterile blade and to make a ditch. The drug is poured very carefully into the ditch. Various microorganisms are strict on the sides of the ditch. This method is used to find out the potency of drug against various microorganisms by the means of inhibition of growth on striked area. Next one is gradient plate method. In this technique, used to isolate the resistant mutant. The petri dish is kept in slanting position and a sufficient amount of melted nutrient agar is poured and solidified in slanting position. Another layer of agar is poured over it, which contains antibiotic solution, and solidified it. After solidification, 0.2 ml of bacterial culture was spreaded over the solid surface and incubated it at 37 degrees centigrade for 20 to 48 hours. The microorganism will grow where the concentration of drug is below the critical level. The antibiotics get diluted on the lower layer and the gradient of the concentration will be produced. Thus, the resistant mutant can be isolated. So this is the picture of ditch plate method or gradient plate method. And last one is the phenol coefficient method or Riedel-Walker test. This is very important for the evaluation of disinfectant. For this, phenol coefficient test is suitable for testing disinfectant miscible with the water and which exert their antimicrobial action in manner similar to that of the phenol. For this, we have to take test organism is Salmonella typhi and standard disinfectant is phenol. For this phenol coefficient method, there is different dilution of test disinfectant and phenol were prepared, and 5 ml of each dilution is inoculated with 0.5 ml broth culture of that organism for 24 hours. All tubes are placed in 7.5 degrees centigrade in water bath. Subculture of each reaction mixture are taken and transferred to 5 ml sterile broth after 2.5, 5, 7.5 and 10 minutes. The broth tubes are incubated at 37 degrees centigrade for 48 to 72 hours and are examined for the presence or absence of the growth of the microorganism. So this is the observation table of determination of Riedel-Walker coefficient. We have taken 5 test tube or 4 test tube of test disinfectant and phenol, and after time interval we have seen the result. Positive indicates the growth of the organism and negative indicates the no growth. So this is the formula for Riedel-Walker coefficient. Riedel-Walker coefficient equal to dilation of disinfectant killing in 7.5 but not in 5 minutes divided by dilution of phenol killing in 7.5 but not in 5 minutes. So the data will come. So if we'll talk about the result. If a phenol coefficient or RW coefficient of a given test sample is 1, it means that disinfectant has same effectiveness as phenol. If a phenol coefficient or Riedel-Walker coefficient of a given test is less than 1, it means that disinfectant is less effective than phenol. If a phenol coefficient of a given test sample is more than 1, it means that disinfectant is more effective than phenol. If the phenol coefficient of test disinfectant is 20, it means that the disinfectant is 20 times more active than phenol. After 20, the test result will not exist. So this is all about the evaluation of disinfectant. If you want to more videos, please subscribe the channel and thank you for watching.